So, who are you and what brings you to Riviera Connect today?
So, hi, I'm Tim Matthews. I'm the NPI Director of Engineering at Gooch and Housego in Torquay, which is a fibre optic company that's been around for many years. Started off in, I think, 1984, 1985 as part of SciFam.
Okay.
And there's now, became part of JDS Uniphase in the telecoms boom, and was bought out in 2007 by Gooch and Housego, which is a company in Somerset that bought us. We work in the space of fibre optics in many products.
Fantastic. In terms of, obviously, Gooch and Housego and Torbay, you're based out by
Broomhill Way by the post office.
So you're based out there. And what is it that you do in the Bay at your
firstly,
facility?
we employ around 220 people.
Fantastic.
In the Bay. So we're probably one of the largest manufacturing companies in Torbay. And we make everything in fibre optics.
Okay.
So every time you use the internet with your phone, eventually it'll go through a cable that runs under the sea that transmits data. Every 50 kilometres, you need to amplify the signal. And we make the high reliability couplers that go under the sea that amplify data. So you've got cables all over the world from Amazon Web Services that go to data centers. So every time you use your phone, it will go through a G&H coupler that's either made in Torquay or with one of our subcontractors. But
Amazing.
That's one part of the business. We also make high-level modules. So when you go to the optician and they puff your eye and they look at the imaging with OCT, that is... A lot of the optics in that is made by G&H. So we enable that. Quite big in life sciences. So applications looking inside the heart with OCT and diagnostics is a big thing that's being invested in by lots of healthcare companies in the US because they want to stop problems before they become more expensive, I guess, for them.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of medical. And all sorts of perimeter sensing, all kind of things, wind farms.
Fantastic.
And lots of things where we make products not that you'll be using as an end consumer, that we're enabled to manufacture of iPhones and phones. We make fibre cues that are used in the manufacture of telephones.
One of the questions that I'm asking people today is, in terms of, for you guys specifically, what does it mean to be a business within Torbay? Like, what are the benefits of being here in the area?
Well, the benefits of Torbay is it's a nice place to live.
Of course,
we do get people that come and work for us because you've got the sea, you've got the moors. It's pretty central. There's lots of other companies around us. There is a legacy from Nortel and from JDS from the early 2000s. So a lot of people that I've worked with in my career, I've worked with again. So there's a hub of expertise, but we want to grow that. So at G&H, we've been very instrumental in pushing an apprentice scheme. Most years we take on 2 apprentices. I think one year we took on 4. Fantastic. And we try to develop our own talent because we want people to work and stay in the Bay because there is all the technology here.
Brilliant stuff. And in terms of kind of Riviera Connects, the business world, I know that we're part of the high-tech cluster and we're just over to the corner for those of us that are here today. What sort of kind of support do you offer to the local business community, or what support have you gained from the local business community?
I think the support is an awareness that we're here. We're not at the end of the road in Devon. Lots of our customers, they come from France, they come from all over the world. But it's really about making people aware that we're here. We're trying to engage with schools and colleges to make people aware there is a career to work in Torbay. It's well-paid employment, and as I said, we employ 220 people. But it's making sure people are aware that we're here and that other companies around are doing similar things.
Being here today, you've spoken about that awareness piece. What sort of thing are you looking for people to take away from seeing you guys today? What sort of thing would you like them to leave with knowing?
I think if people come and see what we do and are aware that within the Bay, our company is making complex products that are enabling the internet, enabling healthcare, used in aerospace. So they're aware that it's just not. There's more than the standard tourism, the fishing businesses here. That there's high technology, there's highly technical people around, and there are different career paths for people in the Bay. So we want to attract people to come and work for G&H and be part of that community. So on apprentices, we started in 2014 with apprentices.
Right.
My wife's actually a teacher. She's a science teacher at Spires. And she used to go on to me about, why didn't you have apprentices? And I spoke to her boss at the time.
Yeah.
And we piloted it. We had 2 apprentices, and they came through. And one of them was a late girl called Amber. She wasn't really your standard apprentice.
Right.
Came in from A-levels at the grammar school, was really pushed into the path of going to university. But people like Amber and other apprentices we've had, they really gain the education through us, and it's all funded and all paid for, and everyone gets paid that working for us through the apprenticeship scheme. But they also gain the experience. So at the end of the apprenticeship, we've got people like Kane Ryder, who you've seen on our stand. That they've worked with many products. They've been engaged with customers. They've also learned through college the technical skills. Yeah. But we end up with people that are more than some of the parts, really, that they come in and they've had that experience. So we're really keen on that, and not just in technical areas. We've had commercial apprentices. Yeah. We've got a software apprentice as well. And we've also taken apprentices at any age, really. We've got some of our apprentices coming at 25 and 26. Right. And also we've had an operator on the shop floor, Leah. She worked on the shop floor, said, can I apply for the apprenticeship? Yep, can. And so we're trying to open it up to anyone. Brilliant. To promote that. And it does help because a lot of what we do is probably 30% is new development. Right. And having those skills that we develop through that is really beneficial for the company.
Amazing. So it's very much kind of building that expertise, making sure that people are aware that
and also as well, a lot of the apprentices are local. They want to be here. They want to stay in Torbay, and it's a career path that maybe they didn't realise it was there, that they can be part of that.
I think that's a big piece, obviously, with the high-tech cluster being here, with yourself being here. Certainly, I know within our industry, it's superb. Lots of people end up going elsewhere, going to Bristol, going to areas like that. Where's kind of like where do you lose most people from the Bay? Where do you find them going to instead?
We get young people move away. Well, I'll give my daughter as an example. She's went to school in Brixham. She's went to Exeter University doing biochemistry.
Amazing.
And that's the sort of. But she doesn't think there's a career in Torbay for her. Right. She doesn't think there's anything in Torbay at all. And it's just it's tourism. There's nothing else. Yeah. So the people like that we want to attract, really, to retain. So we might have people go away and come back. So people will leave. Yeah. We've had employees like Chris Thorpe, who's on our stand. He worked for G&H for a few years. He left and went to work in Bristol, and he's come back working for us because he likes living in the Bay. Nice. He's got a beach at Preston Beach, and he wants his children to grow up in an area like this.
It's that balance of like quality of life and obviously having these kind of opportunities for people. I think that's a big part of obviously everything that's going on today and that kind of connection.
Well, with the event, Chris Wardle just mentioned to me that last year there was just 2 companies here from the high-tech cluster.
Right, okay.
And then this year with yourselves as well, I think there's, I believe, 8 or 9 companies here. So what the event has shown is that you look around and there's all sorts of industries here. And I think coming today, seeing this, to see more of a representation from the technical companies in the Bay. Really, when people come here, they see there's more than just your standard companies. So that's what I've taken away from it. It's bigger than I thought. I've not been to it before. I'm surprised how big it is and how many people are presenting. And to be sort of technology manufacturing, to be a part of that is a good takeaway. That it's a balance, more of a balance really, with just because. Tourism is great and all the other industries, but the more balance you have, the more sustainability within the Bay of industries. Yeah. got.
And you've got that wider economy as well.
Yeah.
You're not just reliant on a few good months of
That's
the year.
right as well. And the other thing as well is with the jobs at G&H and other companies in the Bay, they're all well-paid jobs and interesting jobs.
Yeah.
And there's lots of benefits that come with that. So there is a career path for people to come and work in Torbay.
Good, fantastic. And the question that I've been dancing around, obviously, I'm trying to get my head around. I know from context, obviously working with you previously, coming over to your facility and filming a few bits. Is there anything that you can kind of give us a hint at, any kind of developments that we can look forward to from G&H going into Q4 in 2026? What should we look out for from you guys? Is that something you can talk about, or is that something like apprenticeships opening up? What kind of can we discuss around there?
Development, what product development do you mean?
Anything
well, apprentice-wise, I think next year we've got, I think it was 3 apprenticeships that we're having next year, so we're still supporting that. Again, we also support above the apprentices. I think we've got 4 people that we're sponsoring through degrees. So Brilliant. When you look there, we've got 7 or 8 people that we're providing education for, and they're providing us with the benefit of having those employees. Product-wise, we're quite diverse in the market. So like I said, in telecom, there's lots of things going on. The medical bioscience is a growing industry.
Yep.
And also aerospace type technologies are as well that are growing. So we always, like I said, 30% of what we do is new products.
Yeah.
There's NPI, new products introduction, and we get inquiries from all around the world, and companies that we work with. As your phone, the chips that go in your phone, our products are used to make the chips.
Fantastic.
So you won't be using our end product, but you'll be serviced or be part of those enabling.
So it's going
products.
through something that you've had.
Another thing, I mean, is further down the track, but there's quantum computing.
Yep.
And that uses products that we manufacture as well, and that's a bit of thing that's bigger and bigger that's coming through. It's an emerging market, really. So we don't stick in one market. It's anything in fibre, in light, and fibre optics.